So this video is probably gonna be a little bit different from other videos that I've made. I kind of want to be a little more transparent. Maybe you guys will get to know me a little bit more, and I want to answer the question, why do I, Darren Jackson, invest? First off, welcome back to the channel. If you are a recent subscriber, if you're new, officially welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And I want to talk about why I invest. Now I'm going to preface my comments by saying there's really nothing substantially unique about me and my life situation. So a lot of the reasons why I invest are going to be very similar to the majority of you guys, and some of the reasons might be a little different. Some you might not be able to connect to, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, I want to, at least by the end of this video, inspire one of you guys to open a Webull, a Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, whatever type of brokerage account, and put in $1 and just get started. So let's just get started. Okay, so the first reason why I invest, it's obvious, it's definitely full circle for everybody, is it gives me the opportunity to make money. With the stock market, you put your funds into companies or ETFs, so aka basket full of companies that you believe in, and at the end of the day, you believe that they're going to give you a bigger output than what your input is. You're essentially having your money make more money. It's like a second job where all you have to do is a little bit of research, a couple swipes, deposit, and just back up. And being able to have that opportunity, it's almost the foundation of why I do what I do. It's not really the foundation, it's the output. And the ways you can make money investing overall are amazing. You can make the capital gains, which, like I said, you put funds into a company, you wait for a certain period of time, they do well, and you hopefully take out more, which is your capital gains. You can even make passive income, which I've spoken about a lot throughout a lot of the videos that I've made with this YouTube channel. And that's just essentially making consistent amount of money without doing anything. And that comes with dividends. And that's why I love dividend investing, and more importantly, long-term growth investing. So that's one reason why I invest. The second reason is pretty interesting, and honestly, I didn't really think about it until I kind of made a list, like wrote it down why I invest. And the second reason why I invest is that it helped me learn more about the value of the dollar. What I mean by that is, when I was a lot younger, and I'm 28 years old by the way, but when I was a lot younger, I was always wondering why, my parents I asked them to buy me something and they're like, oh, you can't buy it. It doesn't seem significant to me. Like, I want a pair of Jordans and they're $250. I don't understand back then what expensive is. And even if it's not really expensive, is it important? Does it contain value? Is it going to make you more money in the future? Which, in that sense, it probably does. But I didn't learn about the value of the dollar a little bit until I started paying what my mom called living expenses. I was 18 years old and I was living at home and going to school full time. And even then, I was paying living expenses at home, just helping with bills and stuff. And of course, me being younger, I thought, oh, my friends don't do this. It's like you're punishing me. And of course they weren't. I'm actually really, really happy that they did that. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been through the same thing, and some of you may have not. But that taught me that, for one, I need to save my money, because I know that at the end of every month I'm going to have to pay something off. But two, I also want to be able to have more money so I can know that I can pay stuff off, but I can also use money to buy whatever I want to buy, because it's my money. And investing has just kind of elaborated that teaching to me about valuing the dollar, because I don't invest a lot into my portfolio. I only invest about $50 a week. And the reason I got to that number is because I start writing down my budgets. I wrote down everything I spend every single month and all my bills and all that stuff. And from there I decided, okay, can I cut some things out, because I want to put more money into my savings. I want to be able to see if I can invest more or have some just to do whatever with. And that taught me how to financially sacrifice things that may not be important right now, because I want to put it towards things that will benefit me in the future. And that's how I got to $50 a week, which again isn't a lot, but it's enough for me for now. And I'm growing to understand that the value of the dollar, when invested in the proper way, the stock market, for example, can benefit me in the long run. The value of it could literally increase. So of course I want to be able to have a lot of money to, flourish and do a lot of things right now while I'm a little younger and I can enjoy it a bit more. But of course, I'm gonna get older, hopefully, and live out a long life. And I want to be able to be financially prepped for that. I also want to be prepared to continue that down to the next generation. And that's probably the most important reason why I invest overall. One, my parents put me in a position to where I could educate myself on finances beyond what they taught me. They taught me just enough to get me interested, and I continued on from there. And I want to be able to teach my future family that, and not only that, be able to pass on my finances and everything to them so they don't honestly have to start off as humble of a lifestyle as I might have had, and people that obviously definitely have in comparison to me. And that's really significant because the other reason is the generational gap. It's pretty obvious that people that look like me, the majority of us are on the lower end spectrum of that generational gap, and that's just based off systematic history of just life in general. But that doesn't mean that we have to keep this mindset that we'll never make it out to the other side. That doesn't mean that we have to keep the mindset that we're here and we're never going to be millionaires. We're never going to be able to buy a house or be able to give money to our kids so we can help them pay for college and build out their futures so they can have a better start than we did. That's why we have the stock market. It's one of the best ways to invest. I want to be able to build wealth, not just being rich, but I want to have that be able to be continued on, hopefully to where I can enjoy it now, but more importantly to where I can pass it down into the future and have them just continue to build from that, learn from the mistakes I made, learn from the things I did correctly, and make that even bigger until that generational gap decreases. It's definitely a long race, but it's a race for sure that we can win. And that is the most important reason why I invest. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I made this YouTube channel. Obviously, I hope this channel grows and I could eventually get paid for it. That'll be amazing. But of course, it's what I'm going to use with the money that will help me succeed in everything that I just said. But more importantly, I want to be able to inspire people, even with this small fan base that I have. I want to be able to inspire people that look like me, that you can do it. You can invest money. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need to have $100,000 in the bank to invest and to start building generational wealth. You can do it now. I'm not rich and I'm doing it. Create a budget, figure out what you can do, and as little as $1 for a lot of these brokerages, you can do the same thing. So that's my goal, even with this small fan base, that I hope gets bigger one day. And I will continue to do that. Inspire anybody, of course, that looks like anything that may feel the same way I do. And even if you don't, just to continue to remind you of how amazing it is to be able to have a situation to where you can put valuables in and potentially return even more valuables to help benefit your life, your families, and etc. So I know this video isn't gonna blow up. That wasn't really the point. I mean, it'd be great if it did. I just hope it at least inspired one of you guys. If 10 people watch this video, at least one of you was motivated to continue to invest or to start investing, then I've done my job. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And until next time, take care.